Hello, everybody. This is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Sunday evening to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in Game 2 of the Western Conference first round playoffs in our Road to the NBA Finals Minnesota Timberwolves Series 1. So we lead the series 1-0 against the Utah Jazz. And we won the episode 104 to 60 last episode, which I will have the link to the video in the description if you guys want to check that episode out if you have not already. So T-Wolves lead the series 1-0, and Karl Anthony Towns was the player of the game of that episode. So I can't wait for a couple more episodes to go, and then we'll advance on to the divisional round or the Western Conference semifinals. And if we make the finals, my prediction that our opponent will probably be the Cleveland Cavaliers. So we're going to show you the uniforms, and we'll see you at tip-off. So for the Utah Jazz, they're going to be wearing their white association uniforms on the road, while the Minnesota T-Wolves are going to be wearing their blue city uniforms this season. For this season, which I like these uniforms in some way or another. They're better than the ones from 2 seasons ago. Last season's was all right, not the greatest though, but I did like the light green. So advancing on. Alright, it is tip-off time here at the Target Center in Minneapolis. So it is tip-off time, and the Utah Jazz have won the tip-off. So they lose the basketball. So it does go out of bounds. So Utah still has possession of it. So they won the tip-off. They're still having possession until they score one of their first few points of the game. So Royce O'Neal passing it to Donovan Mitchell. And it is Donovan Mitchell going to pass this one to Royce O'Neal. He knocks down that three. Donovan Mitchell with the assist. So now Anthony Edwards is going to pass this one off to D'Angelo Russell. And it is D'Angelo Russell who makes that three happen for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So now it is Royce O'Neal with possession of the basketball, loses it. D-Russ picks it up. And it is Vanderbilt who makes the dunk. Jared Vanderbilt making the dunk there for the T-Wolves. So now it is Mike Conley losing the basketball. It is D'Angelo Russell passing it to Karl Anthony Towns, the Edison, New Jersey native, as Rudy Gobert has a shooting foul. So this means Karl Anthony Towns will go to the free throw line. And he makes his first attempt of the game. And he is also going to make another attempt for the T-Wolves. And it's now a 4-point lead. So now it is Gobert passing it to Royce O'Neal, losing the basketball there. Karl Anthony Towns picking it back up. So I'm going to pass it to Patrick Beverley. And then back to Anthony Edwards. And then Karl Anthony Towns. He is actually going to get this one in. So it's now 9-3. So they're leading this by triple the points. So Jazz really need 2 3-pointers. So Donovan Mitchell passing it to Royce O'Neal. And then Rudy Gobert gets that in. So T-Wolves have 3 steals in this game already as of now. So it is Karl Anthony Towns making that nice slam dunk for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And this is the first dunk of the game, so he made it in pretty safely there. So Mike Conley doing that nice spin move. So he's going to pass it to Gobert. So Rudy Gobert from France. He, I think, won the silver medal with France in the Tokyo Summer Olympics. So now I'm going to pass it to Anthony Edwards, the Georgia man. Got drafted first overall in the 2020 draft back on November the 18th of that year. So now it is Royce O'Neal. He is actually going to get a nice layup there in the paint. So now D'Angelo Russell has possession. And I didn't expect this backcourt violation to occur, but it did occur. So Utah now has possession. Hassan Whiteside passing it to Donovan Mitchell. And now he picks this one back up. So what will Donovan Mitchell do? He is actually going to get that in there. So it's now 13-11. Both teams are at a really good start right now. 5 for 5. So now Patrick Beverley, the former Los Angeles Clippers player, drills that from 3. So now it's a 5-point lead. Mike Conley, has possession. It is D'Angelo Russell passing it to Naz Reid and gets that one in. So it's now 18-11. So both teams are off to a good start. So they're not doing too bad here. And the Utah Jazz have a backcourt violation. So this means it is a Minnesota possession. So now I'm going to use D'Angelo Russell passing it to Josh Okogie and then some Jaden McDaniels. And Jaden McDaniels, he gets blocked by Hassan Whiteside, the former Portland Trailblazers and Miami Heat player. So now it is Donovan Mitchell trying to shoot that 3 in. It is successful. So now I'm going to pass it to Malik Beasley, the Florida State man. So now Beasley, he is actually going to get this one in for 2. And it's now 20-14. So now Joe Ingles is going to pass it to Jordan Clarkson, losing that basketball. D'Angelo Russell passing it to Malik Beasley. So Russell will actually get the assist. So it is now Donovan Mitchell with the possession. So he's going to pass it to Rudy Gay. That gets blocked. So it is Naz Reid picking that up. So now D'Angelo Russell, he is actually going to get this in for 2. And we'll see you guys in the second quarter. Alright, so now it is the Minnesota T-Wolves with the possession. Now Malik Beasley, he is actually going to get this one in for 2 points. So it's now 26-14. Heating up into this one. He has 6 points today. 3 for 3 in field goals. So now Donovan Mitchell, he is actually going to get that in for 2. I thought he was going to make that 3 because I thought for a moment his foot was kind of stepped backward a little bit. So that's why he was going to attempt that 3 and he was going to make it in. So on the floor, it's Russell, Reid, Okogie, McDaniels, and Russell. So Naz Reid, he is going to pass it to Josh Okogie, and then it is Jaden McDaniels. So Jaden McDaniels, he is going to get that crossover in for 2 points in the paint. So now it is Donovan Mitchell with the possession. And there is a foul there. It's on D'Angelo Russell. It's a reach-in. So Utah still has possession of the basketball. So it is Eric Pascal going to pass it to Joe Ingles. And then Jordan Clarkson. And Pascal gets that in there. And now D-Russ, he's going to pass it to Karl Anthony Towns. And he gets that one in safely for 2. And now it is Clarkson having possession there. So Jordan Clarkson is going to pass it to Gobert. And then Pascal, he actually gets that one in. So it's now 32-22. And I'm going to pass it to KAT. And KAT gets that one in for 2 more points. And he has 10 points today. Karl Anthony Towns in this episode. 4 from mid-range. And it goes out of bounds. Utah has possession. Alright, so the T-Wolves bench is outscoring the Jazz bench by 9 points. And now Karl Anthony Towns making that nice spin move, getting that in for 2. Now it's 38-24. So now Joe Ingles, he's going to pass it to Mike Conley. So now it is Mike Conley's turn. Oh, and the Jazz do take a timeout. Alright, it's now 38-24. It is now Hassan Whiteside trying to figure out where to shoot the ball. He might pass it to a teammate, going to pass it to Bogan Bogdanovic, and gets that in there. So now it is Patrick Beverley with the possession of the basketball. He is actually going to get this in the paint. Now it is 40-26. And now Joe Ingles, he's going to pass it to Mike Conley. So now Mike Conley, he's going to pass it to Hassan Whiteside and gets that in there for 2. So now it is Patrick Beverly passing it to Karl Anthony Towns, a Kentucky product. So he's going to knock down this 3. And he actually drills his first 3-pointer of the evening here in Minneapolis. So now Joe Ingles passing it to Mike Conley. What will Conley do? And then it is back to Ingles. So Joe Ingles, he's going to pass it to Mike Conley. Going to drill that 3. Hassan Whiteside picks up that offensive rebound. And he's going to pass it to Patrick Beverly. And then I might use some Karl Anthony Towns. I'm going to drill a 3. And he gets that in. We'll see ends in the second half. Alright, so Karl Anthony Towns has 20 points so far in this episode. He is 8 for 8 in field goals. Now it's going to be 22 points just because he scored that for 2 in the paint. So Gobert, he's going to pass it to Mike Conley. So it is Donovan Mitchell going to pass it to Gobert. He makes the Euro slam back at it. So now it is D'Angelo Russell. And he's going to pass it to Karl Anthony Towns. So Russell is going to pick up the assist. So it's now a 15-point lead here for the Wolves. So now it is Donovan Mitchell trying to get that in there. He gets it in. So it's now 50-37. Donovan Mitchell with 9 points so far in this episode. And it is now D-Russ's turn to shoot that 3 in. He drills it in from 3. I thought that was not going to make it in, but it would be tipped. So Royce O'Neal passing it to Donovan Mitchell. So now it is Donovan Mitchell trying to get this one in for 2. He does actually make it in. So the scoring leaders for both teams are Karl Anthony Towns with 24 and Donovan Mitchell with 11. So now it is Karl Anthony Towns getting that in there. So it's now a 16-point lead. Now he is 26 up on the board. And the Jazz take another timeout. Alright, so now it is Eric Pascal. He's going to pass it to Rudy Gay. Passing it back to Eric Pascal. Going to pass it to Rudy Gay again. So Rudy Gay, he is actually going to go up. And he actually gets it in there for 2. And it is Malik Beasley going to pass it to Patrick Beverly. I'm going to pass it to Malik Beasley, making that slam for the Wolves. And it's now a 16-point lead. And it is Patrick Beverly with the assist. And now it is Donovan Mitchell losing the basketball. Malik Beasley picking up that steal, getting that layup in for 2. Now it's an 18-point lead. And he is now 10 points today. Beasley before from mid-range. So now it is Rudy Gay making that nice layup for 2. Making that nice drive for the Wolves. So now it is going to be passed off to Patrick Beverly. Actually, Malik Beasley. And it is Rudy Gay with that shooting foul. So now 28 points in the paint for both teams. So now this is Malik Beasley's turn to get this one in. So it's now a 19-point lead. And Hassan Whiteside is going to pass it to... was going to pass it to Rudy Gay, but then it was stolen by D'Angelo Russell, and then Jared Vanderbilt made that nice dunk. So Eric Pascal makes another nice dunk for the Jazz rather. And I'm gonna pass it to Patrick Beverly, and then use some Jared Vanderbilt. He's gonna step back, pull a 3. Will this actually work? No, he will. No, it will not. Donovan Mitchell losing the basketball, picking it back up, and Hassan Whiteside getting that in. Mitchell with the assist. So now it is Russell going to actually lose the basketball, and it's now D. Mitch's turn to pass it to Rudy Gay, and Donovan Mitchell picks up another assist. So now it is D'Angelo Russell passing it to Malik Beasley, and it is Malik Beasley's turn to drill that in from 3. And it's now 67-49. They're going to pass that one to Jordan Clarkson. So Jordan Clarkson, he is going to knock down a 3. So it's now 67-52. It is Patrick Beverly, and he is actually going to make a nice dunk there that time. It is a nice slam cam. And now it is Donovan Mitchell. He looks like he's going to drill a 3, and he will. So it's now a 14-point lead for the Wolves. And it's D'Angelo Russell with that nice touchdown pass to dunk that in. End of third. All right. This will be the State Farm assist of the game right here at Target Center. So now this is the touchdown pass from D'Angelo Russell to Malik Beasley. I think it was from the other side of the court. He got that from the other side of the court, but it's now 73-55. So it is now Jordan Clarkson losing the basketball, and it is Patrick Beverly picking it up for the Wolves, and he scores that in for 2. Now it's a 20-point lead for Minnesota, and they're going to end up winning this game, it looks like, with only 3 minutes and 40-some seconds to go. Mike Conley going to pass it to Whiteside, and there is a foul. 8 steals for Minnesota today. All right, it is now Rudy Gobert with the possession, passing it off to some Mike Conley. Once at it again, so now it is Rudy Gobert still keeping the basketball, and it is Mike Conley who loses that basketball. Patrick Beverly picks up the steal, passing it to Karl Anthony Towns as a nice lob pass, and Towns with his second dunk of the game, and it is now Royce O'Neal losing that basketball. So it is a kicked ball violation by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Why do you think this is soccer? This is a basketball court, not a soccer field. Do you see grass on the court? No. Do you see hardwood on the floor? Yes. So Jaden McDaniels picks up the steal. Karl Anthony Towns, he is actually going to make a nice drive out of that one. So it's now 81-55. And it's now a 26-point lead. Another backcourt violation? Are you serious? Oh well, at least we're winning this game, but I am seriously in the mood to advance on to the divisional round. So when we win this episode, we just need 2 more wins, and then we'll be in Western Conference semis. And I'd like to see who we'd probably face. We could face the Los Angeles Lakers. We could possibly face the Phoenix Suns and or the Denver Nuggets. So Karl Anthony Towns with 32 points today. He is going to make another slam. He's going to probably wind up player of the game for the T-Wolves. So this is going to be a really interesting matchup along the line. So now it is Mike Conley's turn to pass this one to Azuge and then back to Conley. So Karl Anthony Towns, he is actually going to make a touchdown pass from Patrick Beverly. So Beverly picks up the assist. Now it's a 30-point lead for the T-Wolves. 36 points, 10 of which were in this quarter. So now Mike Conley picks up that basketball, and it is Rudy Gobert handing that off to House, and he gets it in there. So it's now 87-59. And Anthony Edwards, we're going to knock down a 3 from downtown. And it's now 90-59. It's a 31-point lead for the Wolves. They are ready to win Game 2 of this series. And they're going to pass it to Malik Beasley. He makes that nice dunk there. It's now 92-59. 18 points for Beasley, and 10 of which were in the paint. So now it is I think John Butler is his name, but I could be wrong. But Butler makes that nice dunk, and it's now 92-61. Karl Anthony Towns passing it to Patrick Beverly. getting that in there with a minute 17 to go. And we're ready to win this game at home. So now it is Butler. Butler, he is actually going to go up. Going to pass it to Gobert. Gets that one in for 2. Now it's 94-63. And Patrick Beverly, he's going to pass it to Karl-Anthony Towns. So Karl-Anthony Towns getting that one in safely. So it's now 96-63. We're almost at scoring another 100 points for the second straight game in a row. And it is a block. So it is now Jaden McDaniels' turn. Going to pass that. Oh, and we still picked it up by Anthony Edwards. So now it is Anthony Edwards' turn to shoot this in from 3. All right, we're going to pass this one to Karl-Anthony Towns. And it looks like we're actually going to drill a 3 here. And now we're at triple digits. We are at the triple digit mark. And it's now Donovan Mitchell going to pass that one to Pascal. And we're actually going to take a timeout, and we'll see you guys at stats. All right, it is Karl-Anthony Towns, your New Balance player of the game for your Minnesota T-Wolves. I'll explain the numbers after the game. All right, Karl-Anthony Towns, 45 points, 2 steals, 1 block, 4 dunks on the day for him. He is your player of the game. Malik Beasley, 18 points, 2 assists, 2 steals on the day, 2 points for him. Patrick Beverly, 13 points, 6 assists, 2 steals on the day. Good job for him. D'Angelo Russell had 10 points, 10 assists. So if he had that rebound in mind, he could have had a triple-double, but I call it a double-double. So 3 steals on the day for that guy and 1 dunk. Anthony Edwards, 8 points, 3 assists, 2 steals and a dunk. Jared Vanderbilt, 2 dunks, 4 points in all, and 1 steal. So that wraps it up. I don't have enough time on my camera. I do apologize. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.